YouTube fans, so I'm going to do a video for you all. Of course, like usual, you can put a sticker in the comment, $4.99 or higher, and I will comment back to you with a quick little message. Okay, and you can ask a little question with the sticker. I'll do that every video. I will be going live again soon. I've been busy with other things. I'm going to be introducing oils to sell, so I will be doing a video on that. I'm getting them ready. And some other products, so watch out for that. And also, I'm open to bookings. You can book an emergency in-depth love reading with me, or in-depth general or work reading with me. There's also a video option. Okay, check out my website, you guys, and my stories on Instagram for offers. So what I get here with the Divine Masculine, there's a massive shift that's occurred, and I feel this shift amplifying. Okay, so you might be feeling their anxiety. They're having sleepless nights, and this is because their life is being forced into change, and change they are not ready for. Okay, they're losing jobs, they're losing money, they're losing houses, and this is them being freed from the system tie downs, but they're not exactly seeing it like this right now. This is the time where everything holding them back and the matrix identity that's been formed for them is starting to dismantle. All the programming that they thought was being a man is being dismantled. It's their fake life, right? And this is all to free them so they can step into their divine self. But they're not taking this so well. And with this card here, it's like all their demons and darkness is coming up. And I recommend getting your masculine a curse removal right now, because this is really tough. This is ancestral, karmic patterns coming up. This is ancestral curses coming up, and they are being hit right now. The masculine collective is being hit with spiritual warfare so bad. They're not sleeping very well. A lot of this is fear, and this fear is cleared through my 2-heart clearings too. So if you want to book a 2-heart clearing, that can help this fear. But they are full of fear right now, to the point of deliberating anxiety. So everything is tipped upside down. So if they were with a karmic situation, you guys, this is going to hell. Like, it is tipped upside down, especially if you had the 2-heart clearing and 3rd-party removal with me. This is going to resonate more for you than everybody else, but everyone that resonates, okay? It's just that you follow my collective a bit more if you've had that clearing. So if you did, just know their karmic in their family life and their home life and all the programming behind it, the fake life is coming apart. It is dismantling. The full moon is going to be so significant to this dismantle. They tried to reject the divine feminine because they thought the grass was greener on the other side, right? They thought it would be easier to remain in their karmic timeline in the programming that they knew. And as we go through this matrix dismantle, which is starting to hit really hard, some of you are feeling that. Comment below and let me know. Are you feeling this dismantle? It's like we're feeling this reset, identity reset. We feel lost. We feel confused, okay? They're feeling this even harder than us, because some of us viewers here watching, we understand what's going on despite feeling lost, right? So they're being forced into isolation, and it's like spirit is putting them in isolation for healing and for reflection, isolating them from the karmic timelines, isolating them from the karmic partner that does not fit their divine self, that doesn't fit their true core. I get a visual right now as I'm reading of a black hair divine masculine or dark hair divine masculine that is in such despair, and it's like their skin is wrinkling up from the stress of holding up this programming. And I also get the letter J, the letter B, and the letter T, and the letter D as I say that. So that could be first or last name. Okay, they're really struggling. They're unable to put the work into the old timelines anymore, because they instantly get these karmic repercussions because this timeline doesn't exist. So here's the storm warning. Like, there's unexpected upheaval. There's obstacles. Like, there's going to be more tower moments. And with this wrecking ball, it's like there's going to be that wrecking ball. And I'm thinking of that song Wrecking Ball, just coming in and destroying everything that is fake. Okay, there's going to be drama with fake friends, karmic family members, karmic partners, everything that is fake. Okay, so they're about to hit it and go through it, and that full moon is going to be the kaboom. Okay, so they have their ancestors around them right now, so don't think they're not protected, because especially if you had the 2-heart clearing with me, you guys, they are protected through this. So they're not going to get hurt or anything like that, but they're going to feel the repercussions and receive the karmic backlash for their poor decisions, okay? Their ancestors are trying to feed them the wisdom they need to get out of this, to break the cycles, okay? They are the cycle and the curse breaker of the family, and they just cannot lose this battle they are going through. There's going to be a passionate new beginning coming between the two of you. I feel that manifesting. And 2025 is the year for so many unions dropping into place by December. Believe it or not, there's going to be a group dropping into union just very abruptly, and I'm hearing by Christmas, okay? They're about ready to surrender this. They're working on letting go of a lot. So they've already let go of small things, but it's letting go of the larger things, okay? And this is where it's going to require patience on your end, but it's going to take a while for them to get through this, okay? So don't expect them to just come running to you, and just know that the spirits are working in divine timing, divine orchestration, so they are exactly what you need for union. This will stop the runner-chaser phase, is what Spirit is telling me as I'm doing this reading. You don't want them in this runner-chaser phase at all. And this is your energy, okay? You're just sitting there patient. You're in your High Priestess, viewer. You're going through the biggest ascension ever with this eclipse. You're going through a peeling away of the ego and the layers of that onion that's holding you back. But you're going through your last big purge. Like, one of your last big purges, we always go through more, but I would say this is one of your biggest. But you're calm with it, you're patient, you're understanding, like you're in a mode of surrender. So this is actually influencing the divine feminine's energy to go through what you're going through. With divorce here in legal matters, I do see a lot of divorces being filed at the end of December and finalized more towards spring, depending on the situation. So if your person is married to a karmic partner, there is going to be legal matters that happen. There's going to be custody battles. There's going to be ending of the marital karmic contracts on a spiritual level and on a 3D level. And if you had the 2 heart clearing and 3rd party removal with me, I cancel their contract on a spiritual level. So now it's going to start manifesting in the 3D, and divorces will be filed, okay? So right now they're still putting distance between you and them. They're still very emotionally detached, okay? They're still trying to walk away from you, Divine Feminine viewer, because of the anxiety that they have, or the fact that they are very stubborn. So they're very stubborn targets, but just know there's more going on than meets the eye. Some of you are messaging me and you're like, oh, they look great on social media. You know, you did the 2 heart clearing, 3rd party removal, and they started posting more with their karmic situation. Yes, they do this, you guys. That is what social media is all about. Okay, Facebook was literally invented to have an artificial reality. They're not going to post what's really going on behind those closed doors. So please refrain from watching social media and assuming that is reality, because it's not. Okay? So they're going to go through this isolation. They're going to start getting very unhappy with their life. This depression is going to kick in, okay? Their happiness lies with you and they know it, okay? So you're going to get some text messages, you guys. That's what I'm hearing right now, very clear. You're going to get text messages. You're going to get some sort of indication that they're thinking about you and they want some reconciliation with you, okay? They're going to have a snake in the grass targeting them as well. And I feel this is a female. So this could be a karmic female, a baby mama, you know, a wife, a mother, or something like that. I do feel they're going to find out that this person has always been shade in their life and has always been trying to hold them back versus actually making their life better and adding value. The exposure of the karmic is so huge right now. Like, these women cannot keep these masks on anymore. They cannot fake this anymore. This is going to go kaboom fast. Okay. So the cycles are coming to completion. These cycles have already closed out on a spiritual level. Like I said, it's just a matter of them manifesting in the 3D. So they're secretly crushing on you. Okay, they're admiring you from a distance right now, believe it or not. They're watching your social media accounts. You may see their account or a fake account that looks suspicious coming up in people you may know or something like that. That is them. And this is confirmation of them, is that they are actually crushing on you and admiring you and wondering what you're doing. They're starting to drop in their emotions as well. And this is going to amplify during Scorpio season. The emotions are going to get very, very strong with that Scorpio energy, okay? So Libra season is about balance, and this balance is going to cause a destruction of their life, right? With the Emperor, you could be dealing with an Aries or a water sign, you guys. This is going to be them stepping into that divine masculinity full of value and morals and having discipline, self-discipline to be able to lead the connection instead of leeching off your energy and expecting you to lead the connection, which is completely ass backwards when it comes to divine union. Okay, they need to be able to lead the feminine properly, lead their own life properly. But not only that, the dismantle of the patriarchy and the male chauvinist behavior and the narcissism is happening right now, huge. So that's why there's all this exposure right now of narcissistic men and narcissistic in general, because the programming of narcissism and the demon that runs narcissism is collapsing really bad. It's been going on for a while, but it's even more so. Okay, so all of that exposure is coming up and expelling. So anybody who's a narcissist, like the men that have been acting out and things like that, and not having that morals and values and discipline, are exposing. But just keep in mind that some of these men that are being exposed as narcissists are projecting, and they are blame shifting. So they're not in the best energy, and they're turning around and going, oh, you're a narcissist, you're toxic, you're this and that. But what you will notice is when they do this, they're actually telling on themselves. Okay, they're exposing themselves, but they're just scared to admit and take accountability that they have this going on. Okay, so the healing of all the narcissistic behavior, the immature masculinity, is going to make progress as time goes on here, okay? And you're going to start feeling that progress. And I just see them hitting rock bottom, and like they're standing up. It's like a second rising of them is what I see here. And they're going to start working on their stability. They're not meant to work the 9-to-5 job anymore. They're chosen to be above that. So they're going to start making businesses, coming up with business ideas, more stability. They're going to be more grounded with their thoughts, their decisions, and everything like that. So it's going to get very interesting. They are going to be single very soon here, and I feel like some of you viewers, you're single. You know, you both are going to be single when you come back together in the spiritual union. You're going to be a lot more balanced, okay? There is unfinished business here. This connection is not done. It's just the matter of the orchestrated events happening, okay? The false mask is falling off, so any hidden motives and lies is going to be exposed. Very, very obvious. Like, it's going to be so obvious, okay, when it's exposed, okay? Once they go through this and they start to pick themselves back up, they're going to try to ask you out. They're going to want to get with you again. They're going to want that chance with you again, okay? They're going to want to be with you again. Okay, their karmic friends are also going to expose themselves. It's like everybody around them is having a mask off as well, putting them more so in isolation. They're going to realize that some of their friends are not loyal like they thought they were. Okay, there's a regeneration of the divine masculine as these cycles come to completion. Okay, so let me know if this resonates, you guys. Thank you for viewing. Have a good night.